At BPI Sports, we're committed to bringing you the absolute best tasting and highest quality protein products available anywhere, which means using the finest ingredients and the most precise manufacturing practices. So that's why last week we were very excited to make the announcement that moving forward, all BPI Sports proteins would have this gold ChromaDex quality verified seal on all bottles. But there's been a lot of questions about what that really means. So I wanted to take a few minutes and explain what this program entails. So first off, let me tell you what ChromaDex is. ChromaDex is an independent third-party laboratory and one of the most trusted names in sports nutrition. So they were the logical choice of who to go to when we wanted to have our products verified. That leads to the next question. What is a verification program? Especially, what is a verification program compared to just third-party testing? So I wanted to take a minute and just kind of explain the basic differences between the two. Ta-da! Let's first talk about third-party testing. All right, what does third-party testing mean? Well, let me use this bottle of ISO HD as an example. I can send a bottle off for testing. I can send it anywhere. Matter of fact, I could even send this bottle off to ChromaDex. ChromaDex is a laboratory, that's what they do. And that's why it's really important that I help you understand the difference between third-party testing versus a third-party verification program. And again, we can use ChromaDex as an example for both. So let's say I send this one bottle of ISO HD 5-pound cookies and cream to ChromaDex. At my discretion, I can test for anything that I want to test for. I can test for protein content. There's multiple methods for doing so. But the question that it raises, especially for you, should be, just because this one bottle passes, how do you know that every bottle of ISO HD passes? Or how do you even know that every bottle of ISO HD cookies and cream passes? This one has got a lot number. The next run's got a new lot number. Strawberry's got a different lot number. A 2-pound's got a different lot number. But assuming that the lot number for this particular bottle, how do you even know that this is representative of that entire lot number without knowing what the chain of custody was? In other words, where did it come from? Where did this one bottle come from? Did it come from the warehouse? Did it come from out from under my desk? Was it a special bottle that I wanted to send off for testing? How was it handled? Who grabbed it? Did some random person from the warehouse grab it? Did someone from the laboratory handle it? How often is this testing done? Is it done every single lot number? Is it done once every 6 months? So at the end of the day, the big question is, well, what is the protocol? What's a protocol for the third-party testing? So just because you can test it doesn't mean that it's ongoing. And really, that's the biggest distinction here between third-party testing versus a third-party verification program, is the fact that what we've done with the ChromaDex seal is a third-party, independent, ongoing protocol. What does that mean? All right, well, first of all, it answers all these questions. You know where it came from. ChromaDex did the testing. They pulled the bottle from our manufacturing facility. How was it handled? They're the ones who did it. It wasn't us. It didn't come to our warehouse. It wasn't handled by someone in the warehouse. ChromaDex handled it. How often? This is ongoing. So you know that every bottle of BPI Sports protein has gone through this verification program. So that's the biggest difference, that it's an ongoing program and that it's an actual protocol. So you know that there's a proper chain of custody for that testing. Again, going back to the analogy of the IQ test, it's not about the test results, it's about how the test was administered. And that's the importance of the protocol. So now let's talk about the program. In order for ChromaDex, a company that's been in business for 16 years and one of the most respected names in sports nutrition, for them to feel comfortable putting their seal, their name literally, or their reputation on the line, they had to feel very confident that our proteins are going to meet not just their quality standards, but also our manufacturing standards. So what they've done, let me set this bottle down, is they've established a complete program. They've established it, so it's established by ChromaDex, not by BPI, and it's monitored ongoing by ChromaDex. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the first thing isn't just about our testing results, it's about how our proteins are made. It's ongoing auditing of our manufacturing facility and our practices to make sure that we meet CGMP. What does that mean? That's good manufacturing practices, which are regulations established by the FDA. So you know that this bottle from beginning to end was handled the right way and that it was manufactured using quality manufacturing practices. A lot of testing is just testing on a final product. You grab a bottle, you open the lid, take off the safety seal, take a scoop, and you test that. We're also doing testing on the front end, which is identity testing. And what that means is testing on the individual ingredients. Everything that goes into that blend is tested beforehand. The final step is testing on the final product. And again, we're not just testing for protein content, it's also about safety as well. So we're testing for heavy metals, so that's your lead, mercury, testing for microbials, making sure nothing's growing in there, and contaminants. So all of this together, ongoing, this established protocol by Chromadex is an ongoing program that's monitored by them. So there's no more questions, there's no more guesswork. You don't have to wonder how any of this was handled. You don't have to take anyone's word for it. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take BPI's word for it. You can take Chromadex's word for it. This is their name and their reputation. So that's the biggest difference between third-party testing versus a third-party verification program. Now I'm going to be doing more videos like this, but for more information, you can visit bpisports.com/protein for more information, as well as a video where we lift the veil on how we manufacture our proteins, where they come from, and how they're made. So make sure to check that out.